What's up, Cowboys fans? Harrison Graham here on the Dallas Cowboys Report. Where's Tom? He didn't report today. Anybody see him? Dylan? Alicia back there, she's working hard. Mitch. I think Mitch has something to do with this, guys. Guys, he told you he might hold out if he doesn't get to 50,000 subscribers. If you don't want me on the show, gotta subscribe. YouTube.com/Dallas Cowboys Report. We don't know where Tom is. I'm sweating here in the studio, excited to run like 2 miles to get up here in time to pinch hit and get a show out for you guys today. So I hope you at least appreciate that. We don't know where Tom is. If you know, let us know in the comment section, but make sure to subscribe if you want to get Tom back in the fold. Hopefully he gets back very, very soon. Okay, let's get you caught up on the latest Cowboys news and rumors. A lot of injury updates here on the show today, starting with this offensive line, La'el Collins. Now, Jason Garrett said today he's, quote, getting better, but he did miss practice again. Second straight day he has missed practice. He's dealing with that back injury. At this point, his status for Sunday is a bit hazy at best. It's unclear. I think he'll play. It's going to be a game time decision probably. Hopefully he gets out there and does something at Friday's practice, but as of now, did not work out on Friday, so we will wait and see on what his status is for Sunday. Also, Tyron Smith, as you guys know, suffered that high ankle sprain against the Saints last week. Missed practice again today. Again, Tom talked about this a couple of days ago, that the sprain isn't as bad as they initially thought, but in this case, I would be surprised if he played against the Packers on Sunday. So La'el Collins, probably questionable for Sunday. Tyron Smith, doubtful, I would say at this point. Would be surprised if he played on Sunday. Now, this is what the practice depth chart looked like today. These are the 5 that trotted out with the first-team offense. It's not pretty, guys. Cam Fleming and Brandon Knight are your tackles, with your interior that we all know with Connor Williams, Travis Frederick, and Zach Martin. But if Cam Fleming and Brandon Knight have to play against the Packers, that is a disaster. That is not what you are looking for. Of note, this is what it looked like on Wednesday when both guys missed practice as well. They actually slid Connor Williams to right tackle and with Fleming at left tackle and Suafilo at left guard. On the surface, I kind of like this lineup better, this offensive line better, but I think they just don't want to keep moving Connor Williams around, keep him at left guard. So it's possible that Brandon Knight could be your starting right tackle against the Packers on Sunday. Expect Cam Fleming to start at left tackle again. I do not believe that Tyron Smith will play against the Packers this Sunday. What's your concern level of this offensive line heading into the Packers game? Scale it 1 to 10. 10 is the sky is falling and Dak Prescott's going to be sacked 10+ times. 1 is Brandon Knight's better than La'el Collins. Obviously, neither of those two are probably the case. I'm going to put it at about a 7, though. Like, we know what happens when Tyron Smith doesn't play. It doesn't look nearly as good. I don't think it'll be like 2017 with Chaz Green, but it is concerning. And if him and Collins are out, I'm very concerned. This is a critical game for the Cowboys coming up on Sunday against the Packers. I'll put it at about a 7 right now. We'll see if Collins plays on Sunday. If he plays, I'll lower it to about a 5 or 6, but let me know in the comments section. All right, guys, today's show is brought to you by BetDSI, the internet's #1 sports book. You can use that promo code Cowboys120 at chatsports.com/bet. That's where you get signed up. You plug in that promo code, they're going to give you a 120% deposit bonus. Put down $100, going to get $120 for free. Now, the Cowboys have been good against the spread this year. Didn't do it last week. Obviously, lost against the Saints, but I'm confident this week against the Packers. Go to BetDSI. Put your money where your mouth is at BetDSI. Bet the Cowboys to beat the Packers on Sunday. Okay, DeMarcus Lawrence, obviously very important player against the Packers. He's also been dealing with a multitude of injuries, dealing with a knee, shoulder, and heel injury. That's new as well, his heel injury, what Jason Garrett said today. He does say he's handling them well, Garrett did, so I expect him to play on Sunday, but he's certainly not 100%. None of these injuries are serious, but you add them all together, and he's probably 80% or so, and that's not, what you're looking for. What he's done so far this year, people are saying DeMarcus Lawrence isn't the same guy. He's still on pace for 10 sacks, guys. Like, he's getting a ton of double teams. Like, DeMarcus Lawrence has been very, very productive this season. Couple of tackles for loss, has a couple of fumble recoveries as well. So you look at this defensive line depth chart. Obviously, Lawrence and Quinn key to this defense's success. You got Collins in the middle. Also, Antwaun Woods practiced today as well. Keep that in mind. That is a very, very good sign for the Dallas Cowboys. But I expect DeMarcus Lawrence to play on Sunday, but just keep that in mind. He's battling 2 or 3 injuries right now, and he's playing through, and we know he's used to playing through injury, played through a torn labrum last year, so I expect him to play on Sunday. Okay, guys, if you want to keep up to date with the Americans team, you got to subscribe. YouTube.com/Dallas Cowboys Report. We know Tom, he might be holding out. That's why I'm here today, but he does a great job. Highlights, grades, film studies, news, rumors, mailbags. There's videos going up on the channel almost every single day. Trying to get to 50K by the end of the season. We're approaching 40K. Got to get to 50K. You got to help us get there. Tom's going to go to Cabo like Zeke did. So YouTube.com/Dallas Cowboys Report. Subscribe to the #1 Cowboys channel on YouTube today. Okay, some other injury notes here. Key practice participants is what I titled this. Michael Gallup, Antwaun Woods, Tyrone Crawford, all practice today. Gallup, second straight day of practicing. Crawford made his return to practice today. Limited participant today, but that is a good sign. Now, does this mean these guys are going to play on Sunday against the Packers? Not necessarily, but it is a step in the right direction. And starting with Michael Gallup, he's critical. We saw what his absence meant against a good team in the New Orleans Saints. You want him out there against the Packers because I like Devin Smith, but he's a 10 to 15 snap a game guy, a speedster who can get over the top occasionally. Michael Gallup's a true #2 receiver in this league. He proved that the first couple of weeks of the season, end of last season, that he can be that guy. Antwaun Woods, it'll be nice to have him back in the fold. Hopefully he plays on Sunday, the defensive tackle who had that breakout season last year. And Crawford, we know about his versatility, especially with D-Law banged up. Maybe he can take some snaps on the edge from him as well, so D-Law doesn't have to play every single down. So that's the update on those 3 guys. They all practiced today. Good sign for the Dallas Cowboys. Hopefully these guys play on Sunday. Now for their opponent, the Packers, these 4 guys did not practice, and obviously we don't wish anyone ill will here on the Cowboys Report, but if they don't have to face Davante Adams, Jamaal Williams, Kevin King, that is a good sign for the Dallas Cowboys, especially Davante Adams. We know Aaron Rodgers has a history of carving up the Dallas Cowboys, especially at AT&T Stadium. If Adams is out, their wide receiver group takes a major, major hit. He's dealing with that toe injury. Jamaal Williams had that concussion on Thursday Night Football against the Eagles. I'm going to say he's going to be a game-time type of decision. I bet he doesn't play, though. Very rarely do guys get concussed and play the next week. I know he had a couple extra days playing last Thursday, but I would be surprised if he goes. Kevin King's a key one, too, because if Gallup plays for the Cowboys and King doesn't for the Packers, that's major advantage in the Cowboys passing game. I would expect them to take advantage. Then also depth cornerback Tony Brown. He missed today's practice with a hamstring injury as well. Hamstrings are tricky. I would be surprised if he played on Sunday. So those are some of the notable Packers who did not practice today. Ask you guys this. Game on Sunday. It's a big one. Cowboys lost like last week, so did the Packers. Both 3-1 teams, big in the NFC race. Who's going to win on Sunday? Type C for Cowboys, type P for Packers. I've got Dallas winning 31-24. I think Tom has the Cowboys as well. But again, who the hell knows where he is? Hopefully he's back soon. But type C for Cowboys, type P for Packers. Let me know who you guys think will win on Sunday. A couple of other items here for you guys. Vintel Bryant. If you've never heard of this guy, you ain't alone on this one. Activated to the 53-man roster. Spent the preseason with the Cincinnati Bengals. We'll get those numbers up in just a second. But the Cowboys snatched him after he was cut by Cincinnati, put him on the practice squad. Now he's been activated. Remember, Kayvon Frazier headed to IR, so that opened up a spot on the 53-man roster. Undrafted player out of Temple. Here's what he did in the preseason. Pretty productive. On 18 targets, snagged 14 balls, 154 yards, had a 35-yard catch. Has some big playability, 6'3", 200 pounds. Also had over 2,300 yards receiving in his 4 years at Temple. So very productive player in college. We'll see what he does. This is where he kind of fits in on the depth chart. Obviously, they're going a little heavy at wide receiver right now. This could be some protection just in case Michael Gallup does not play this week. But that's kind of what it's looking like right now. And keep in mind this note too from Calvin Watkins of the Dallas Morning News that new call-up Vintel Bryant getting some work on kickoff return. Cowboys like his special teams work. Might be active on Sunday, so don't be surprised if he plays and possibly does some special teams things. I doubt he'll get snaps on the offense, but he could do some work on special teams, might get some returns in as well. Okay, today's show also brought to you guys by FanDuel. If you're like me and you're an idiot and drafted Saquon Barkley, FanDuel's there to save the day because you get a new lineup every single week. That's what I get for drafting a Giant, by the way. So just keep that in mind. But if you go to FanDuel Daily Fantasy, it's the #1 daily fantasy site on the internet. They're going to match you up to $20. You deposit $20, they're going to give you $20 for free. I'm playing this stuff all the time. Probably going to have a lineup for Thursday Night Football tonight. FanDuel's the place to go. Sign up at FanDuel.com/chatsports. Hey, last note here for you guys. Cowboys bring in Josh Jones, the former 2017 second-round pick of the Packers. Things didn't work out. They cut him after the preseason this year after a couple of years in Green Bay. Again, second-round pick has talent, just hasn't quite translated in the NFL. This is what he did last year in Green Bay. 55 tackles, couple of tackles for loss, couple pass breakups. Only has 1 interception in 2 years, so hasn't been much of a ball hawk. They played him some at linebacker last year, too. They were trying to move him around, just couldn't get it figured out in Green Bay. But Cowboys bring him in, taking a chance on him. Low risk, high reward signing, in my opinion. Maybe he turns into something down the road. Who knows? The talent is in there somewhere. You just got to find it. So we'll see if Josh Jones is on the 53-man at some point. Right now, he is on the Cowboys practice squad. Okay, before we wrap up today, tomorrow is National Taco Day. My least favorite taco is Taco Charlton. He's hanging out in Miami. But let me know what your favorite taco is. I like steak fajita tacos. Hey, I'm a big guy. I like steak fajita tacos. So what? Laugh at me. Follow me on Twitter, @Harrison1033. I already got a guy calling me Brisket Boy. Mitch knows what that's all about. Tomorrow, National Taco Day. Let me know what your favorite taco is. What tacos do you like to eat on game day? Like I said, I'm a steak fajita guy myself. Let me know in the comments section.
Hey Cowboys fans, thanks for watching the Cowboys Report. If you haven't already, click right here to subscribe to our channel for all the best Cowboys coverage on the internet. That's news, rumors, highlights, mailbags, film studies, and a whole lot more. And I'm making your lives a little bit easier as well with the next Cowboys Report video right here.